Obviously, one of the big selling points of the Xbox One X to people was the fact that it would play games better than any other console, and we did start to get that. But now, as we go well past a year in the life cycle of the Xbox One X, when we should be getting far, far superior versions of games on that platform, we're not getting it. In fact, it seems like we're getting a little bit of lies told by the Xbox executives, and have to be honest, I don't like it. I just gotta say, I'm not a fan of this. I think that we deserve developers to do their absolute best, and I'm not saying that this is something that is directly Microsoft's fault, but they work with these developers and should let people know that it's unacceptable for their players and their gamers to not get the absolute best every single time. So very disheartening indeed. If you guys didn't know what I was talking about, so back the other day, Mikey Barra tweeted, the best console to play Anthem would be very clear Xbox One X. Very clear, right? Assuming that that's means what we all believe it to mean, it means that it'd be a clear difference, right? This demonstrable difference. We keep hearing that word, right? And same thing with Resident Evil 2 Remake. Basically runs the same on the PS4 Pro as the Xbox One X. What is the deal? I mean, we paid for more hardware and we're getting less results, and that's very disappointing to me personally. So Anthem runs smoother per Digital Foundry on PS4 Pro than the Xbox One X. 4K checkerboard used on both systems. When it was revealed in 2017, it was shown running on the Xbox One X, presumably in real time. That led many to believe that BioWare was focusing on consoles and the Xbox One X specifically. But when it came to Anthem's development, the current ongoing demo seems to contradict that. The game simply doesn't run very well on consoles, and according to Digital Foundry, the game actually performs better on the PS4 Pro than the Xbox One X. They have a video and everything. I'm going to link this article, and you can check it out, and the video's in there as well. Per Digital Foundry, both the X and the Pro 4K modes run at a native resolution of approximately 1800p, with both games using a form of checkerboard rendering to get to 4K. On the performance front, the X has an upper limit of 30 frames per second and can drop into the low 20s when things get intense, while the PS4 Pro, on the other hand, has an unlocked frame rate that hovers around the mid-20s to 30 frames per second range, and generally performs a bit better than the X, interestingly. You can bump the Pro version of Anthem down to 1080p on the hardware, resulting in performance as high as 40 to 50 frames per second, and there's no option on the X for that. Overall, Anthem's performance on console definitely doesn't measure up with the next-gen visuals on current-gen consoles promise of its debut trailer, and hopefully BioWare can actually fix this. I am beyond ticked off about this, right? This game looked so amazing when we saw it. Hell, Sony stole the gameplay and deleted the buttons and put their own on. Like, that should tell you everything you need to know about this, right? Like, what is going on here? Microsoft promises the best. We don't even get an unlocked frame rate, but the PS4 Pro does. To me, this is just utter ridiculousness, and I can't believe that this is still a problem and still a thing. I'm just at a loss for words. You know, we get promised one thing, and one of the biggest games of the year performs worse on the most expensive console, most powerful console, quote unquote, on the market. Let me know what you guys think. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.